Happy Thursday, hey everyone.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Craig Reynolds to return it. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a pickup of 11, and that gives the Lions the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey Dan.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Goff on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15. And the Lions first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Isaac Tisslaw, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Goff now on 3rd down. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Detroit.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too. In the pocket, he's a franchise quarterback to build upon.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. Complete Derrick Henry. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lamar off the play fake. Looking to his fullback now. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the pistol, Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work on the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
On first down, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down, Lions.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Goff tosses it quickly out wide. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On the draw, this is Gibbs. Man, this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. Third down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. Third down coming up. From the gun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And a Lions first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Sometimes I just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 23. Screen here for Gibbs. He's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the red zone now. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Gone. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
After the sack, they're left 3rd and goal now from the 13. Out of the shotgun, gone. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Hutchinson on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 31. Connects. This is to Sloan. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Gibbs now from the gun. Past midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down, and they go right back to it. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down.
Kate, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap here to go. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Throwing is gone. It's on target to Williams. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Lions to make it a 16-point ball game. David Montgomery with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. And the Ravens trotting out their offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lamar out of the pistol. Connecting on the slant. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now with Jackson. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Lamar throwing again. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Again, it's Jackson to the air. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On 1st down, Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And our 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Get to Henry on the inside handoff. Ran into him all that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Jackson now on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. Jackson's going to go on 4th. Rolling out to his left. He's running for it. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens at a deficit. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens chop some of the lead off before the half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
That is Tyler Loop, now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10.
Ravens 7.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Reynolds with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. First and 10. From the gun, Goff hits his running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Goff back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Now Goff has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
32. First down, Lions.
Come on, get it together.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Goff tosses it quickly out wide. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, Goff. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Hits the 20. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game before halftime. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens cut it to a field goal game.
17. Ravens 14.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Lions getting one more series here before halftime. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Outside corner again. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Completed to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Searching. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. We see the Ravens making their way out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. This one finds the fullback. It'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. For big yards on the right side. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Jackson, quick pass line. Trying to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away, and that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play action. Here's Jackson. Now he takes it. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss, but give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Has it down close. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 3rd quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 2nd one far bigger than his 1st when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the 2nd half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
21, Lions 17.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 43-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Goff. Ravens swooping in, and they bring him down. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
The Lions readying for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Look at this big old dude like him in the slot. It's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Baltimore 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Out of the gun, Henry. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning. like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 10. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run here with Henry. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
Lions 17.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll toss it to Gibbs. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun here. Complete over the middle. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak here. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Sanusi Kane able to make that stop.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Completed over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Complete to Jamison Williams.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Gong. Screen here for Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
Well, they threw an extra defensive back or two out there, hoping for an outcome just like this. That dime defense put bodies everywhere. No matter where the throw went, there was a defender around who could have tried making a play on it.
The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. A give to Henry. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. And they'll fire after a few. It's 3rd down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap to Jackson. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Cut out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
For a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw for Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And it sets up second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That's
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the pistol, Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Running once more with Henry. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 9.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here's a give on first and goal. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Now a run with Henry. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with third and goal at the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Jackson has it, third and goal. He set up the screen for Henry. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens likely locked up the win right there. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 18.
Ravens 35, Lions 17.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return starts at the 9. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits him on the end route. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting them into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap here to go. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
Goff on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job with the completion.
And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun. Gone. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions make it an 11-point ball game.
35. Lions 24.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. here to start the drive. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Flying down the middle with Henry. Good running here on first down as he works his way forward for about 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Another run for Henry. Breaks the tackle, still going. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first.
That's good.
They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. It's Henry on the counter. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
He was taken down.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're second.
A loss of 2.
And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
36-yard line.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Hopkins making the grab downfield. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Into Henry on the inside handoff. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens making a 3-score game in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 18.
Ravens 42, Lions 24.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Big game continuing for Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
First down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Lions hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing again. It's Goff. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the Lions the first.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Again, Goff. The back grabs it. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Gonna throw again. Goff. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
From the pocket, looking, the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, what's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions make it an 11-point ball game.
42. Lions 31.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off.
This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.